Okay, so we're going to look at what I mean by the normal line. Every time we analyse or look at a diagram to do with light, we must take into account this thing called the normal line. Okay? Corey, you start talking as that? Right. Okay, so the normal line allows us to kind of talk about the rays of light going in and out. So the normal line is used, helps us measure angles when looking at the properties of light. So what does the normal line do? The normal line helps us measure angles when looking at the properties of light. Now, there's two rules about the normal line. Number one is the normal line is always at right angles, or is always perpendicular to the surface, which means at right angles to or at tangent to. Okay, so the normal line is always. So which one do you prefer? Right angles to, perpendicular to, or at a tangent to? Which one's the most easy to remember? At right angles to. Okay, the normal line is always at right angles to the surface. It can also be written as perpendicular or at the tangent. They all mean the same thing. Perpendicular at a tangent at right angles. Number two is the normal line always goes to the point where the light hits the surface. Okay, so two rules for normal light. It's always at right angles to the surface, and it's always at a point where the light hits the surface. Okay? So I'm going to give you two examples of what I mean by the normal line and how you would draw the normal line. Okay? You got that yet? Right, when on your diagrams you've got your lines of light as solid colours. Okay? If you don't already have so, when we come to, you're going to have a look at these in a minute, we'll need arrows on all the lines as well so we know which ones are going in, which ones are going out. We'll do that in a second. Can I move on? Ben, you still writing? John, you still writing? Okay. Okay, so, for example, let's do an example normally. For our mirror, what we did so far. In the mirror, look like this, and we had a ray of light, say, coming in, and a ray of light coming out. We mark on the arrows, each of these, like that, for example, okay? Use a ruler when you're doing this. Ruler's in the tray in front of you. So our two rules for the normal line are, it must be at right angles to the surface and at the point where the light hits the surface. So our normal line would appear here. So that is at the point where the light hits the surface and at right angles to the surface. This would be our normal. Okay? That's important. That's our normal line. We measure angles, we always measure angles between the normal line and the ray of light. Okay? That's another thing. We always measure angles between the ray of light and the normal. And the angles we'd be interested in are this angle here and this angle here. The two are separate angles. Okay? So this is just an example. I'm not going to talk about these angles, I'm not going to talk about what's happening here. I'm more important to talk about a normal line first of all. Okay? Second example, applying the same rule. Okay, so this could always be rule number 3. Because we always measure between the ray of light and the normal line. Okay, so then we've got a second example. We have another example, which would be a glass block. Where the glass block looks like this. We'll do one ray of light going in, red again, a ray of light going in, and then it came out, say something like that. Obviously not straight through. But our normal line this time, same rules, we'd have two normal lines this time. If we were to look at the ray of light inside the glass block, it would be doing something like this. Okay? Then we've got two normal lines because we've got two surfaces. We've got the top surface here, and we've got a bottom surface here. And how do we draw normal lines on it? Well, we have two normal lines. The normal line here is at the point where the light hits the surface, and at right angles to the surface, and the normal line will also be here, at that point there. So the angles that we are interested in this example are this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay? So, keep it the same rules. 90 degrees to the surface, and at the point where the light hits the surface, and you measure the angle between the normal line and the ray of light. Okay? And if it goes through more than one surface, I mean this is two sides to the glass block, then you're going to have two normal lines. Okay? So what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to go back to all your diagrams. I'd like you to mark on arrows. Right, don't move just now, let me finish what I have to say. I want you to mark on arrows showing which direction the light's going in. I'd like you to draw the normal line on for every one. Use a pencil in case you get it wrong. Okay? And once you've done that, I want you to mark in all the angles that we are interested in. Okay? Can you also, if you've done all that and get finished all that, I'd like you to measure all the angles which we're interested in and just quote them at the site, or quote them next to it if you can. Okay? I'll get you some protractors as well. In fact, there's protractors on the trolley at the back. Okay? So, when you go do that, if there's any questions, give me a shout. Can I also remind you, if you're doing the glass block, make sure you draw the line as it goes through the glass block as well. You just do that now without setting up again. Draw the line as it goes through the glass block. Okay? Right, on you go.